And away we go. Hey, Kyle. How are you doing? Hey, Shinwari. Once again, it's the banks that have all the. Oh, hang on a minute. It's the banks that have all the attention. I was going to look at Reshape Life Science, but it's only got 50,000 shares of volume, so it's not worth looking at. So New York Community Bank, PacWest Bank are the two biggest gainers. We've got First Republic Bank, and Credit Suisse is down, in fact, 50%. It's about Friday didn't really do much on Friday. There was we took it was kind of a break-even day. A couple of $100, that was it. There wasn't a lot to write home about on Friday. Right, okay. Well, I just saw. What's a secondary offering? So basically, it's a dilution of the float. So what that means is you get a secondary offering, they put more shares out into the market, and it basically devalues the percentage of the company that you own. If you're a shareholder and put a secondary offering out, each share becomes less of a percentage of the company. So if a company's got 1 million shares and then they put a secondary offer for another 1 million shares, you had a 1/1,000,000th of the company before that. You will, after that secondary offering, you will have half of 1/1,000,000th of the company. So that's why a secondary offering tends to tank the price and reduce the overall price, because the actual valuation of the company, just because they decide to dilute the shareholding, at that moment in time, there's nothing fundamental about the company that's changed other than the float size. So that's what a secondary offering is. The amount of shares that they put out to the market. It's a dilution of the float. It's there's a couple of different things that you can do that they can do. I mean, if you get like a stock split, for example, you get more shares in the market, but nobody loses any value in the shares, because if you have if you have one share and they do a 2-to-1 stock split, you now have 2 shares, which in summation is the same value as your initial 1 share. But with a secondary offering, they're putting additional shares into the market, but the overall price of the company, the overall market cap of the company doesn't change, so the price per share drops. That's what a secondary offering is. It's a way, and what tends to happen is it's a way for companies to raise capital, because what you've got is you've got the free float, which is out on the market. It's owned by investors. It's owned by you and me and whoever has bought those shares. It's not owned by the company. So a secondary offering, additional shares that they issue to the market are then currently owned by the company. So that first offering, that secondary offering, when they get bought from the company. So it's a way to bring in additional revenue into the company. And this is why a lot of these garbage companies that we're trading on a daily basis, why a lot of these garbage companies are just exactly that, garbage. They will pump the price up and then hit the market with secondary offering to bring money in to pay the debts, to pay the bills, because they're not making any money from their regular business activities. So if they're not making money from the regular business activities, then there's a bit of a problem there. Why would you invest in them in the first place? If they're losing money hand over fist that they have to issue a secondary offering, probably not the type of company you want to be holding on to shares. Hey Mike, good to see you. And a lot of these low float, low cap stocks do that. And that's just another way for them to raise equity, to raise capital, for them to be able to continue doing business. Banks are pretty much everywhere. New York Community Bank, PacWest Bank, First Republic Bank, Western Alliance. These are all the same banks that were, well, with the exception of New York Community Bank. That's a new one on the scene, but these. Well, let's have a look. Running? I don't think so. It's up 25%. There's no volume. So this is in Med Pharma. There's no volume. You're not going to trade that, quite frankly. Not with the relatively poor volume that it's got. But you know, I'm not saying don't trade it. What I'm saying is I'm not going to trade that. But if you are going to trade it, you know, you do you, boo-boo, and all that kind of stuff. Markets are just trading sideways at the moment. Very choppy, just sideways. It's above the VWAP, but not doing anything. Russell index is up quite a bit. Nasdaq is down, so the markets are not trading in tandem. Normally they're trading within a few beats of each other, but they're not trading in tandem. The Nasdaq, the Qs or the Nasdaq is down like 11 base points, and then the IWM, which is the Russell index, Russell 2000, this is up 62 base points. So there's a huge spread between the actual ranges of the markets as well. So yeah. Ooh. It's an ETF. Not quite sure what this ETF does, but oh, it's a financial ETF. There you go. Hey, Volt, welcome back. Not a lot else moving, guys. So did you Mustafa, welcome back. Not seen you for a while. You're always welcome. So did you guys have a good weekend? What did you get up to? Kind of a passive weekend. I mean, the Six Nations played out, so it was a big thing here in Ireland. We had it was a long weekend in Ireland because we had Paddy's Day. For those of you across the pond, for those of you that are watching and you're in either Canada or the United States, let me just qualify and clarify something for you right now. It's not St. Patty's Day. It's not Patty's Day. I don't know who Patty is, okay? It's either St. Patrick's Day or Paddy's Day with a D, okay? Let me just clarify that for you. If you really want to wind an Irish person up and say, and on March 17th, say Happy Patty's Day to them, it will wind them up immeasurably because it's not Patty. Patty is an acronym for a girl's name. Patty is a girl's. If you want a man, the abbreviation of Patrick is Paddy. Just want to say that, okay? So stop calling it Patty or St. Patty's Day or Patty's Day. It's not. A patty is either a small flattened piece of ground beef that you stick in a burger bun, or it's an abbreviation of Patricia. It's not an abbreviation of Patrick. That's Paddy. That's me done. Okay, I'm on my off my soapbox now, but that's me done. I want to see a couple of these short sale. Am I getting any leverage on this one? No, it's 125%. So I'm not going to trade that on the small account. Not worth it. Western Alliance, Schwab. Not much in the way of volume, but it's leverage, and it's not on the short sale restrictions list. So if the markets do decide to have a bit of a sell-off, which they're just going very sideways at the moment. UBS moving up at this move. They're buying Credit Suisse. So they're actually down on the day, so they're trying to make a comeback now. So it went down as so UBS went down to 1550. Had a lower peak, dropped on the news that they're buying Credit Suisse this morning. It's now trying to make a rebound. So yeah, might have a look at them. It's not on the short sale restriction list. And it's got leverage, so could be interesting. We want to watch. Just broke $18. It's moving up. New high here. I might actually take a piece. Current high of day 1859. Current high of session, which is higher than what it finished at. Okay, so we basically right now we're seeing the fallout of last week's financial meltdown. Is the closest? It's financial debacle. I wouldn't say it was a meltdown. It's not like 2008 where it was a meltdown. That's a bit too low. If the music gets too loud, let me know. Yeah. Take a position there. Let's see if it goes green. If it goes green, I'll add to the position. The UBS kind of put in a bit of a between a rock and a hard place, really. How long have I been day trading? A couple of years now. Since I got out of my executive role at that I was working for a software company. Let's see if this will test the $0.25. We hit 18.20. We're up at over it. We're over at 8. I'm just going to just add to the position there. Break of the $0.25. See if we can't. There we go. Lock in 500. That's a good start for the day. Goes red again, I'm in. So 18.20 is my cutoff. It wasn't so much to take the leak and quit my job. I didn't actually quit my job. I lost my job due to the pandemic. But for the pandemic, I probably would not have got into day trading. Brandon. Let's see if we can't get the $0.50. Locking a little bit extra there. Nobody goes broke taking profits. Yeah, it was. So to be fair, I actually made more money on the crypto side of things to start off with, but that was just luck. I hadn't a clue what I was doing in crypto at the time, but that was just luck more than anything. I just the equities market for me was I understood it better. And it was just easier to trade because the crypto market, the actual tools to day trade the crypto market are not as intuitive or user friendly as I mean, if there was a dash trader for the crypto market, great, I'd have a look, but or an equivalent. Okay, so this is moving well. 20 cents on the 30 cents on the share. I'll lock in a little bit of that. Move my average cost up. So 18.50 is where I get out. $0.50, break of the $0.50, comes all the way back. Yeah, I can see that there. Came down, might bounce on the VWAP, we'll see. This is not a bad start. Had a better start on the small account. I traded New York Community Bank on the small account earlier, got over just over nearly $3,000 on that, so I'm over goal on the small account. The problem with PacWest there, Kyle, is the lack of leverage with my broker. I don't know which broker you're using, but my broker's not giving any leverage on PacWest. So, not that I need leverage to trade PacWest on this account, but usually if the broker's not giving leverage, there's a reason for that. It's usually a risk situation. So take that as a hint. It says it broke. Yeah, I'll get out there. It broke the $half now. 1,600 to start on this account. So on the, where are we? 2,800 on the New York Community Bank. Start the day. So right now, 28 plus 16, that's what, 38, 44, 44. So we're 1,600 away from goal. Yeah, best thing to do, Kyle. Take small size. I got hurt last Monday. Was it Monday then? I got hit with the Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember. When I got hit with the secondary. New York City Bank. I missed that. Nice little move. Good. 40 cents. The low here. And if you can get 40 cents a day, that's enough to have a very tidy income. I'm looking, not seeing much moving right now. Credit Suisse is up at 88 cents. So major. Let's just go. I'll have a look at Credit Suisse here. Just talk you through that. And this is one of the big stories that finance in the finance world today is Credit Suisse. Look at this on the 15. So Credit Suisse was trading over $2. Closed the business on Friday. Over the weekend, an agreement has been for a little over $3 billion. An agreement has been reached for UBS to acquire Credit Suisse, and now they're trading at 87 cents. So that's a drop of nearly 60%. Now, Credit Suisse was a $4 stock in November. Now 80 cents. It's the banks. If you're not comfortable trading banks, so normally I would trade low float, low cap stocks, and that's where the volatility is. I'm not too worried. I prefer float size under 100 million, preferably under 10 million, but trading less than 100 million. However, when the volatility is in another sector, then you need to have, and what's happening at the moment is the banking sector is so volatile. The eye of Sauron is firmly engaged on the banking sector. So if you're not comfortable trading the banking sector, it's either sit out or learn how to trade higher float stocks. And you need to have multiple strings to your bow. It's like if you're a long bias trader, can you trade short? And I don't particularly like trading short. It's a bit more complex for me to do so, particularly if stocks are on really bearish and they're on short sale restriction. But I can trade short. It's just about learning different strategies that you can adapt to for whatever conditions the market throws up for you. Any thoughts on quadruple S? Is that a ticker? Is it Vols? Pseudo Capital. Ah, it just hit the scanners. Okay. Well, I don't know too much about them. So let's have a quick look at what Benzinga tells us there, Vols. So it just popped up, and there was no volume before it popped up. Really, let's have a look at it on the 1 minute. It's a double top there, up at like 368-ish. high of day 369. It went up to kind of 366 again, and then okay, so we've got a catalyst here. So Suro Capital Corp will commence a modified Dutch auction tender offer to repurchase up to 3 million shares of its common stock at price per share not less than $3 and not greater than $4.50 in 10-cent increments. Okay, using available cash. So yeah, I would say there's probably not. It's over $3. It's not going to go over 410. So yeah, with that catalyst, I don't see how it can have a lot of volatility. The volume's not even there really. When we're talking 180,000 shares, I would say that's a buyback, is what it is. But there's not enough volume. Even if it holds, gets back above the VWAP, there's just not enough volume there. So I would, it's not for me. You do you, boo-boo. I'm not offering financial advice or stock picks. What I am offering is an opinion, and that's it. Just the opinions and the insane meanderings of a fat guy on the internet. Well, let's go back to the banking stocks then, shall we? New York City Bank, you had a bit of more volatility. If this gets back above the $5, I might trade it again. UBS not really doing much. No, it's kind of slowed down, pulling back a little bit. How do I analyze what stocks to buy, Anya? Well, I look at a number of different. I look at a number of different things. To be completely honest, so I look at volatility. I look at volume. I look at what catalyst there is. I look at relative volume. And the trend that it's exhibiting. So yeah, and Shimari, but Benzinga, it cost me. Well, I don't pay full price. List price. If you're going for monthly, and I would recommend going for an annual subscription if you're going to be going for it, because it's a lot cheaper overall, and you can offset it against tax if you're making any money anyway as well. But the list price for the essential package, which is what I recommend, unless you're an options trader. If you're an options trader, then the options mentorship package is quite good, and you get a lot more ideas and strategies to use for trading options. But and that's why it's a lot more expensive. But it's $177 a month list for the essential package. Now, the essential package gives you real-time data, real-time scanners. You can have multiple scanners on multiple time frames. It's what you need basically. So I've shown my my desktop on and I'll show it again later when we get a few more people on. But I've got scanners for the biggest movers, the momentum. I've got kind of a movers scanner. So who's the biggest? And normally I'm just looking at gainers. I'm not really paying much attention for losers, but since the banking situation last week, it's been relevant. So I've got gainers and losers, and you can see that here. So the red percentages are how much down it is, the green percentages are how much up it is. And so that's the banking stock. Sorry, banking stocks. That's the gainers on this one. This one's momentum scanner. So this is one scanner that it tells me what's moving over the last 15 minutes, by how much, why it's moving, who they are, what volume is. You know, I can see how much the average volume is, so working at the relative volume. Then I've got a real-time scanner that I'm able to look at penny stocks on as well, and because I've got filters on the other two scanners. Then I've got my signals and my alerts, which tells me price spike activity. It tells me volatility activity, so halts and resumptions, for example. It tells me day high series or high of day or low of day, depending on which one we want to do, day low series or whatever. So I've got a number, and then I've got the rolling news ticker. All of that comes from Benzinga. But what I also get from Benzinga is I get the calendar, which tells me who's got earnings when, and all of that on a daily basis. IPOs that are coming out, the economic events that are coming out per day or per week. So, for example, the Fed interest rate hike, when that's coming out, when CPI data is coming out, when PPI data is coming, all of that, I get that from Benzinga. So it's for me priceless. Although I've just put a price on it, $177 a month. But if you are going to get Benzinga, check the link in the description here if you're watching on YouTube. Check the link in my link tree if you're on TikTok or Instagram. Go to my profile. There's a link there in my profile, a link tree link, and the Benzinga link there. It's got a code, a discount code. You can get it for less than $100 a month. So check it out. It's and it's more than worth. It'll pay for itself. So if I go back to when I first started day trading, I was wondering what stocks to trade, and the scanners that I was getting, so on the platforms that I was trading on, they just didn't cut it. A lot of it was they just give you an idea of the large cap stocks, the coffee table names, your Apples, your Teslas, your Microsofts, etc. And then they give you some big movers after they've moved. I don't want the big movers after they've moved. I want them as they're moving, and I want to know why they're moving. So Benzinga, Trade Ideas is another good option, but it's more expensive. You can use FinViz, but it's not real time if you don't pay for it. And if you're going to pay for it, you may as well just pay for Benzinga. So yeah, once I started using Benzinga, I started, that coincided with me being consistently profitable. I'm not saying that was the reason, that was one of the reasons. There's a number of different factors that allowed me to become consistently profitable. And using the Benzinga Pro service is one of those reasons. So yeah. So TraderView, absolutely. TraderView as a journal, trading journal. It's not just TraderView, Trade Anvil. There's a whole bunch of different journals that you can use. But TraderView for me is, well, I like it. That's why I use it. That's why I recommend it. But it's for me, it's one of the best to understand. The way it maps it out, the statistics are great. And it's easy to use in terms of importing and linking it with your broker or your platform or manual imports or whatever it is. So yeah, TraderView is great. Let's have a look at the latest one on the scanners, Foot Locker. Yeah, but there's no volume on it. It's just popped up, but there's no volume. It's jumped $4 on next to nothing volume. There's 300,000 shares traded today. That's that next to nothing volume. Man United shares just spiked up. Not great volume again, though. Forge. Made some good money on Forge back in the mid part of last year. Let's have a look at New York Bank again. New York Community Bank. It's just ranging sideways at the minute. We've got kind of a 20-30 cent range between the VWAP and kind of 850. Yeah, so we're looking at between the VWAP and the $0.50 it's ranging. It popped out a little bit and went up to that 865 there, but yeah, it's not there. So just so I traded this on the way up on the small account and managed to get like 2,800 on this move up. So once it pulled all the way back to the VWAP, it's just been ranging sideways. There's a little bit of an opportunity there, but there's not a lot of opportunity there. It's just kind of ranging sideways. So let's just wait for the volatility. We've got 30 minutes, well, less than 30 minutes to the bell. So we might see something unfold. We might see some news. Ooh, First Republic's got another downgrade, it looks like. Well, no, I mean, some of the banks are still moving, but they're not. The volatility is not there right now, so we'll probably get a lot more volatility at the open. Let's look at. So we've got Western Alliance is back up at this $35 level. Tested it once, twice. So we've already mapped this out last week. So this $35 level is a key level on Western Alliance, and as you can see, we've got FRC. FRC is down heavy. Less than under $20 now, so this is where we were trading it before, between kind of $29.50 and $40. Made a lot of money on Thursday on this, a whole bunch of money on Thursday on this. Once they got news of that cash injection, it just took off, but it's now back down at kind of less than $20. It's actually been lower than it was on Thursday before the cash injection news, the liquidity injection came through. So yeah, so FRC, it's very choppy sideways. Look where the VWAP is. It's almost horizontal. The volume weighted average price is a great indicator to have on your charts. And if your chart platform doesn't have the volume weighted average price, it's a crap chart platform, so don't trade with it. It's a very powerful indicator, and it's great for telling you what the market sentiment is on that stock that you're looking at, or even the market that you're looking at. It's great intraday trend indicator. So what that means is right now, if the VWAP is kind of horizontal, that means that the price, it's just not going anywhere. It's ranging sideways. It's not doing anything. It's not upwards or downwards. It's just kind of sideways. If you look at, if it's up, chopping above and below like this is right now, if you look at it on the 5 minute, you'll see it even better. It's above and below the VWAP. So that's just sideways chop. If you look at it, if you look at stocks like let's say Charles Schwab, you can see that the VWAP's here. Charles Schwab is above, and the VWAP's got an incline, and all the action is above the VWAP, which means it's making gains. It's making moves up. Now we had $57 all last week as a key level. You saw that it tapped it a few times this morning before finally breaking out. So $57 was a key level all last week for Schwab. But you can see that this is moving upwards. So this is trending upwards. So this is a stock that potentially you might want to go long on when you find an entry, because it's trending to the upside. Whereas First Republic's just ranging sideways at the moment. Let's have a look at Credit Suisse. Is that moving downwards? No, it's just ranging sideways as well. Last 5 minutes, last 15 minutes, it's actually moving up, but if you look at this on the 5 minute, you can see it's just sideways. But if it's underneath the VWAP and the VWAP's inclined to the downside, then it's trending downwards. So that's how you use the VWAP. Yeah, there's not enough volume for me with that one at the moment. Pseudo Capital. It doesn't seem to be. This is a share buyback by Pseudo Capital. That's the catalyst here. So they're doing a Dutch auction to buy back their own shares, up to 3 million shares. And we had this double top here. It's back above the VWAP here, but it's kind of again sideways. The volume's not huge right now on this candle. Look, 40 seconds in, and we've not traded 2,500 shares. So it's like 2,500 shares on this candle here. So the volume bar down here is just nothing. We've got a huge volume for nothing here after hours yesterday, but since this morning we had this initial spike up, there's not a lot of volume at all. UBS just ranging around the 1860 level. Western Alliance might be interesting. This can get over $35. $35 was key last week. On Friday, it was resistance. On Thursday, it was support. Resistance on Wednesday as well, I think. So $35 is a key level that it's right at right now. Key resistance level, support once it's broke above. How we fixed on the old like count on TikTok? Is it time to feed the dog? There we go. Let's have a look at Pinduoduo, shall we? Down heavy today, this morning. What is the reason for it to be down heavy, though? That's the question. Not even looked at it. It's ranging sideways at the moment. If it, what's the high of that swing high? 82.30. If it gets back up over 82.30 is a key level. Let's have a look at why it's down so heavy. Yeah, the poor earnings this morning. So PDD Holdings shares are trading lower after the company reported worse than expected Q4 revenues and a decrease in revenues from the merchandise sales. So yeah, PDD not doing great. Bed Bath & Beyond, Xpeng, quite a few that are not doing great this morning. Swing, and now it's up to you. Do you want to swing Pinduoduo, Alex? I would say this is breaking heavy lows. If I go back to mid-December, kind of Christmas time, the swing low there was kind of $79. So average of about $79 around Christmas time. Prior to that, it was a lot lower. Back in November, it went down under $60, so this could go lower. Not saying it will. Keep an eye on the hourly chart. That'll give you, if you're getting higher lows and lower highs on the 60-minute, then it might be worth taking a position. If you get a nice entry, you take a position and see if it can, fill some of that gap. The last time it gapped down in February, it took a couple of days, but it was about a week later before it made its move back up. First Republic Bank, I'm not overly enamoured with it, if I'm being honest. FRC, it's down heavy already. I was looking at this earlier. So had this this is the 15-minute this move on Thursday. I got in here for this move up and I was holding a position here as the news broke and it took off, and I was, you make your own luck in the world, but I guess I was a bit fortunate that I was already in the position and the move up, because it was already bullish at that stage, moving up. So I got in the position and multiple halts straight up, and managed to make profits on that. Then it sold off all Friday. So got the cash liquidity injection on Thursday, and then it sold off all Friday, and it's still selling off. So it's heavily down. It went up to $40 at its peak mid afternoon on Thursday, and now it's like less than half of that. So I'm not overly confident that this is going to turn around. Other banks are looking more attractive to me to go long on. It's on short sale restriction as well. It's hard to borrow, so it's not the easiest one to short either. So if you're looking for an opportunity to go long, Credit Suisse is going to be testing $1 short. It's over 90 cents now. CS, I'll put it on the scanners if you use those like penny stocks. So Credit Suisse moving up, over 90 cents now, breaking high of day. What's OBS doing at the same time? So UBS, who's bought these, OBS is the software I'm using to stream to you guys. So that's my head kind of. Remind me, when the bell rings, remind me to be cautious, because I don't make money on Mondays. So just remember that, actually, with the exception of last Monday because of the banking situation. But normally I'm losing money on Mondays. I don't know why. The statistics are just telling me this year I'm not doing well on Mondays. So I'm over goal I'm on nearly 3 times goal on the small account, and I'm up on this account. So let's get green, stay green. I don't think they'll do a secondary, but I do believe it's no touch at the moment. Yeah, so PacWest is up 17%, Western Alliance is up 10%, and First Republic's down. It's up quite a bit though. That's a small bounce, so it's a significant bounce. Have you checked if there's a shelf registered there, Klaatu? Let me have a quick look. Because that's a very, very valid point. Is that will they do an offering to try and raise some liquidity? So that's essentially what SBV was trying to do. Why First Republic shares are tumbling? Okay. Stock of the troubled regional bank plunged 20%. Why? You didn't answer the question. Despite private banks, JPM and Chase extending the lifeline with 30 billion liquidity. Yeah. Right. Okay. So the reason it's done, it's standard. S&P have downgraded it further. It was downgraded to junk basically on last Monday. It's now a double B plus, which puts it further in the junk territory. It went from A minus to B plus last week, and now it's double B plus, which is even further into junk. So that's why it's plunging. So Standard & Poor's have downgraded it even further. That's that one, right? Oh, so, okay, let's SEC filings. Let's have a quick look at the SEC filings. First Republican Bank. Have they got any shelf registration? Can't see anything. Yeah, I can't see any shelf. I mean, I've gone back to 2018, so it has to be done within before that. I can't see any shelf registration, so I can't see them hitting the market with a secondary. Yeah. Anyone know what trading platform it is? I do, Stephen. It's Dash Trader Pro. So let me just clarify, okay? So this here and this bit here, that's Dash Trader Pro. So this is the telling you my P&L for the day. This is just one of the charts I've got open from Dash Trader Pro. However, this here is Benzinga. So the scanners that you're seeing here, and I've got a lot more open. It's Benzinga, and then of course below that is my face. So morning donuts. Yeah, well, I don't know about the weakest financial position after getting that 30 billion bailout last week. I think they're in a reasonable financial position, but I think they've got the weakest rating from an analyst perspective. They've just been downgraded yet again. That's UBS. It's New York Community Bank that I'm looking for. Making a pump. What else are you guys watching? We've got a high of day on this one of 912. You can offer me a job if you want to, Ernest. But I don't know if I'd take it or not. You'll have to be paying me a lot of money. I'm not going to be sweeping the streets, that's for sure. My days of sweeping streets or sweeping up are long behind me. Yeah, that was it didn't really make much difference to the overall price. I mean, that was just more people buying shares as opposed to the actual operation of the bank. So taking a stake in the company and actually getting a liquidity cash injection, two different things. Yeah, Western Alliance got Ken Griffin's Citadel to take a position with them, and you can see that on the SEC filings as well. That's not necessarily a good thing, because just look at what happened. I mean, Citadel has a habit of pumping things up and pulling the rug out. They're a market maker as well, just remember that. Yeah, Kyle, you've got technical analysis. You can use technical analysis on anything, whether it be the banking sector, whether it be on the markets, whether it be on futures, crypto, even forex. However, fundamentals trump technicals. I will caveat that. So if you've got good technicals and a fundamental catalyst comes out, the fundamental will trump the technical every day of the week. So if you get good technicals on a stock that's moving upwards and trending upwards, and then a bad news catalyst comes out, let's say it's a bioscience company, and then they have failed clinical trials. It doesn't matter about your technical analysis. That fundamentals will trump it, so that failed clinical trials will tank the price. So just be wary of that. Yeah, bro. Is it over $19 now? I was looking at New York Community Bank here, making a little move. So let's see if we can break a position for the break of 9 and the retest of highs. Let's see this up at 912 is the high of day. Yeah, I've been hearing that for about 40 years there, Paul. But what I would say is when you come into how much is a lot of money? Well, that's like saying how much is a piece of string. It depends on a lot of factors, and it's a personal thing. You know, it's subjective. If you're living in, let's say, I don't know, let's say you're living in the Philippines. If you're living in the Philippines or Puerto Rico, then, you know, if you're making $1,000 a day, you're making huge amounts of money. If you're making $500 a day, you're making huge amounts of money. You're making $200 a day in those countries, you're one of the top earners. $200 a day. If you're making $200 a day in Finland, you're probably not one of the top earners. So it's relative. Likewise, how much do you need? If you've got debts of $500,000 and you're only making 600,000, do you know what? 600,000 ain't a lot of money for you. Whereas if you've got debts of 100,000 and you're making 600,000, then you know what? 600,000 is nice. So it's all subjective there, Paul. Ernest. You can reach out to me directly if you want to on my email's in the link tree. You've got my socials in the link tree. Just reach out to me directly there. I wouldn't put your phone number or any contact details in the chat, buddy. If you want to reach out to me directly, just check my link tree. All my contact details are in there. Well, good luck if you're in Exhaler, Paul. As soon as I'll take a look at the chart for you as soon as I get out of this trade. We're coiling under $9 right now. Dash trader, well, it depends. So the broker I'm using gives it to, well, they actually charge me and then reimburse me each month. So I get platform fees from the broker. It depends. A lot of brokers who work with Dash Trader will give it to you for free. Interactive brokers, you pay for a subscription, which is about 120, 150 bucks, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head how much it is for interactive brokers now. Well, we're going to try $9 again. I'm waiting for it to break $9. We might get a pop and drop at the open in 5 minutes. I don't really want to be holding this at the open, if I'm being completely honest. Had a few analyst upgrades today. All right, and NYCB has also bought some of the Signature Bank assets. So that's why it's moving up from the FDIC. We're going to get the break. Looking for that 10 cents. No point. No point taking a 2-cent move. There's a link to, if you go into my Invest Addict, if you go into my link tree there, go into my profile, the link tree, all the tools that I use are listed there. So you can check out Benzinga, you can check out Das Trader, you can check out TraderView, TradingView, not to be confused, the two. One's a charting platform and one's a trading journal. So yeah, just go into my go into the link tree that's listed in my profile, and you'll see. You can check all those out. Now, if you do check out Benzinga and sign up, I will be transparent. I do get a kickback, but also use my discount code. You get a better price. So everybody wins. They get a new customer, you get a better price, and I get a kickback. So it's an affiliate link is the Benzinga one. But I'm not recommending Benzinga because I'm an affiliate with them. I'm recommending them because I use them daily, and without them, I think I'd probably be lost. Benzinga's fantastic. It's a fantastic tool. Win-win, absolutely, triple win. So this is coiling at $9, flat top. Not quite breaking out yet. Get 10 cents. I'll take a little bit off. And also, it dipped as I pressed the sell button. It's just ain't that just the way? I took half the position off just as it dipped. So it's at the VWAP. I wouldn't say that's flushing, but it's at the VWAP. It's dropped 60 cents, so it's a big move downwards. It needs to hold the VWAP. It is a big move downwards, actually. 70 cents. For an $18 stock, and a 70-cent move is quite big. At 350. All right, come out of that. Always limit orders, particularly pre-market. I didn't want to hold that into the open. Market orders won't work in the pre-market there, Maxine. Market orders just won't work pre-market. They won't execute. The market orders need a market to work in. So if it's pre-market, you need to use. You can only use limit orders. So I've got my hotkeys and buttons and everything set up for limit orders, so I can use them whatever period of the day I'm working, whatever session. When we're talking of sessions, I'll change over my scanners to the regular session. So that's pulling back a little bit. UBS, interesting. Let's see what we're getting with UBS. I kind of think this might move up. Pre-market high here. $19.20. New York Community Bank breaking highs now, just as I've switched over. Well, not quite. Credit Suisse moving up mid-90s. FRC it's getting a bit of volatility there. Trying to break $19 again. Will this bounce at the open? I'm looking for interesting moves here. So this was this last swing high, 1925. Okay, so a lot of volatility on First Republic. New York City Bank, UBS, kind of up at Bob. Where's the rest of the volatility of the question? Back west popped up. So we broke 1920, which is pre-market high on UBS. New York's Community Bank pulled all the way back. Credit Suisse is 98 cents now. There seems to be some good volatility, absolutely. CX app, no. Not enough volume there yet. IDW halted to the upside. So Credit Suisse is back over $1. Just. Now let's see. Credit Suisse, probably one of the top movers. ESPR, which is on $1.50, that's another mover, but lacking the First Republic. Ouch, 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 and more ouch. Talk about vomit. That was a bull trap. That was a liquidity grab. That was. At the open, whoa, a good dollar move to the upside and then a dollar vomit, and it didn't even get halted. So 17.92 is the halt level. It went to $18. I just I'm glad I wasn't in that one. I was looking at it up at $19. I was looking at it and just weren't feeling it. So oh, stop flip jug, you weren't where you. Hope you had a stop loss in place. Yeah, that's not a good one either. That's a good $2 dump. So Western Alliance, it's bouncing back. So if you're brave enough, the range is huge. If you're brave enough. Well, if you bought the dip, you might be in. You might be okay. That's a huge. There's a whole dollar range there. $1.50 or whatever. I don't like to try and buy the high here, but if it's $19.50. I want to see this up at $20. That's halted to the upside just as I got, just as I bought and doubled up. That's not quite halted yet. Hang on, it might be a false halt. Let's see. So there we go. That's halted. It's halted to the halted to the upside. Let's have a look at that. So that's 1937. That's the problem with these banks that I don't like. Oh, sorry, wrong account. What I don't like about these banks, when they halt, I'm getting nothing on the level 2. Yes, FRC. No, I wouldn't say it's a red to green move, because a red to green moves it goes red on the day and then goes green. It's what's known as a dip and rip. You had the liquidity grab to start off with. Let's go back to it. Where is it? FRC. So you had the initial move up, then it dipped, and then it ripped. So we had this little pop and drop before a rip. So I wouldn't say red to green. A red to green basically means that if we look at something else that's gone red to green, let's see. What am I seeing? HUBC. There you go. There's the red to green move. Okay, it goes red on the day. So this line is Friday's closing price. It dips at the open, goes red, and then goes green on the day. So it's red on goes red and then green. So a red to green moves, a dip and rip. But this, obviously, you want it to be going higher, so it starts to make its move up. So, oh, thanks, Rasmus. Ah, nice one, Fadzik. You've smashed it already. Thanks for the gifts, Rasmus. Really appreciate that. You didn't have to, though. Oof. 47. Time are we on? Oh, we've got 2 minutes left yet. What else is moving? A bit of a dip. I'm thinking we might get a dip down here as well. Just bought in up at the top. I'm a little bit conscious. Let's just have another look. $37.08. So 42.08. We've got another minute and a bit. Who was I cheering for the rugby? Well, kind of mixed, because I didn't want France to win. I didn't want France to win the championship, so that was the first thing. So I was cheering for England, but I was like hoping that it would be one of those. Ireland gets a bonus point. Ireland needed 1 point to win the championship. So I was caught between a rock and a hard place. I was either, if England win, it gives France the ability to win the championship. Can't have that. But if Ireland win, they're going to win the Grand Slam, and that's equally as bad. So it's like, as Gary Neville said, it's like being asked which one of your friends do you want to sleep with your wife. Right, and we're gapping up. It should have resumed if it was a 5-minute halt, but this one's been unpredictable over the last. It's been having 6 and 7-minute halts. Oh, there we go. Massive gap up and a pull down. So I took half off as it pulled down. And I want to see if this continues to move up for the other half. No stops in place at the moment, but I could be over goal right now. Massive gap up. Make my stop. I'll move this stop up as soon as it gets above 21. If it does, I'll move this stop up to 2050. Otherwise, I'll leave it at 2025. I'll leave it at the $0.25. If I get stopped out, I don't mind. It's a nice profit. Up the K. Leaving this stop up, making incremental gains on this one. Hey Ukulele, good to see you again. Stopped out. Okay, nice 3,500 on FRC on that move. That was nice, if I do say so. Still got $500 more to get to goal on this account. I'm already over goal for the account because I've got the 5,500 there, and I've also got the 2,800 there. So we're already over 9,000 in profits today. So good day. It is a good day. Today is a good day. This is what Monday should be like. I much prefer to have a profitable Monday and a profitable start to the week and then continue it, rather than having a crap week across the board. Let's have a look. What happened on Friday? Yeah. Total of 1,600 bucks on Friday. It was virtually non-existent on Friday. I traded Schwab on both accounts. Made $800 on each. So let's have a look at my calendar. Ooh. As it stands right now, I've had 10 green days in a row in March. Only the one red day. Long may that continue. It's volatile. I don't know about it looking good, Robbie. It's volatile. But welcome back. But yeah, Volt, if you're not feeling it, just lock it down. Red days are inevitable. If you have a red day, that's fine. It doesn't matter. There's going to be another trade tomorrow, another day tomorrow. You make it back later in the week, buddy. If it's if your timing's off, like mine was last Monday, for example, if your timing's off at the first 15-20 minutes of the market, just take a quick break. In fact, talking of quick breaks, I've got a dry throat. Give me a second. Make myself a cup of tea. Right. What was it that was making series highs a couple of minutes ago? FITB. Let's have a look. What's it doing? Fifth Third Bank. So another bank. Fifth Third Bank. Making successive highs. And Schwab. Charles Schwab is making good ground. I'm gonna buy some. Oh, you're an idiot. I was gonna buy some calls on Schwab as well because I thought, yeah, it'll get up to 60 bucks. No problem. Here, look. It's going, walk away and come back in 5-10 minutes, Volts. If it's your timing, look at what happened to me last Monday. My timing was right off, and I went 70k down and then came back. Sometimes you just need to reset. Schwab's having a bit of a vomit now. It's back under 59. Reshape Life Science is moving. Actually, I'm just going to filter some of this crap out for the volume. I don't want to be looking at movers that have not got enough volume. Yeah, I've got a few new tunes there, Flip Jug, absolutely. FRC. Let me have a quick look at FRC. No, I wouldn't say so. Not really. 21 as a key level. Let's just put a line there and have a look on the higher time frames. That's 21.02. That's as good as. Let's have a look at it on the 5. No. 15. No, not really. On the 60. No, I wouldn't say it's a key level. I would say 20 is a key level. When it came down to 20 on Thursday morning, I'd say that's a key level. Yeah, 20, not 21, 20. Get rid of that because it's not a key level. Right, let's go again. Oh, I've got that album actually. I've shown my age now. Bloody Dire Straits, The Sultans of Swing. I've got that album. I've got it on vinyl and CD. Don't use either of them. Vinyl or CD. So let's see. What else is moving now? We've just entered a period for Schwab. Schwab is looking nice. Schwab's looking strong today. Yeah, I was looking at the statistics on both TikTok and YouTube of the demographic that tends to tune in the most. And yeah, it's Gen X, so the generation with the best music taste, and most eclectic for that matter. I'd say since '92, music's not been the same. Some good stuff come out, but it tends to be the minority rather than the majority. I mean. We were talking about the Sultans of Swing there, Alex. Oh, I still know. I still know most of the 2000s. I'm kind of losing it a little bit in the last 5-6 years, but you know, I like a lot of music. But like I say, it's just we got pop trash is more the norm now. Us old dudes, yeah. I prefer the description us distinguished gentlemen, Alistair. I'm not an old dude. I'm a distinguished gentleman. Hence the grey speckles in my beard. Bit of salt and pepper. I like to think of myself as more daddy than dad, but unfortunately that's not the case. Schwab is gonna hit 60. I should have bought them calls. I'm kicking myself, mate. I like you, Flip Jug. I'm 39 plus tax. The tax gets more each year. Bit like VAT. I'll put that there faster. Right, let's see what else is moving, shall we? LFCR. Let's see if we can find some volatility away from the banks. Oh, I've got nothing left. There's nothing left, really. I'll have to get you some more. We'll go out after, okay? We'll get you some more, okay? Good girl. Life Core Biomedical. So let's have a look why this is moving up the way it's just gone parabolic. It's broke the $2 level. It's now at a level where I might trade it. Okay, so there's no catalyst, so I'm not touching it. The Barringtons have got a they've maintained it outperformed. Stevens downgraded it. Why that's... Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look at the SEC filings. Have they got a shelf offering in there? Let's see one. Quite a few Form 4s, but active stake. I can't see any offerings registered. I don't know. I just don't trust it. New York City Bank over $9 might be interesting to me. That's a good question. It's like I say all the time, the Aeroclean. Yeah, it's not trading anymore, so it probably got delisted at some stage. Let me just have a quick look. It's not on the. So that's what happens. A lot of these companies are just plain old garbage. Yeah, it's not. I'm not seeing it on. I'm not seeing it on Benzinga either. So let's just pull up something here. Let's have a look. Back to Schwab. Must I do this? All right. Okay. So Aeroclean merged with Molecule. Well, that would have been October. This is a shame because June and July I made a fortune on Aeroclean. But yeah, Molecule and Aeroclean are now the same company. That was from October. Except it's it closed the merger. They were it continued trading till the end of the year. January was when it got delisted. So it just goes to show that a lot of these stocks are just garbage companies, you know. Oh, that's nice. Another $500. And New York City Bank looks like it's the one that might. Hang on a minute. BK making moves up. Bank of New York, Mellon. A lot of the banks are making good moves. Normally, BK, you don't normally get moves on this, like volatile moves like this. It normally moves like 0.5% across the course of the day either way. Flip jug. The question that you need to ask yourself is, because they say you're only as old as the woman you feel, or the man you feel if you're a woman. Burger King. There's not enough volatility to trade it. The range on a $40 stock, the range is like 9 cents, so this does have some range. Pac West is very sideways, choppy, not really doing much. It's basically trading within its opening range. High of 11. It breaks 1140. It might be interesting on Pac West. Credit Suisse kind of finding support at the whole dollar. Barcoding there at the minute. The dollar 101. A little bit wary of a potential double top here, so just going to mark out the what was that? 12, 17. Let's mark out this opening range. What you tend to find is most stocks trade within their opening range. A lot of people will short at the top of the high of day, which is 917's high of day. A lot of people will short the stock at the high of day, looking for a turnaround. The Nasdaq, let's have a look. It's down heavy today. 0.6%. 0.55%, trying to bounce. There's an argument for an inverse head and shoulders here on the Nasdaq, on the Qs. So, would I continue selling it? Probably not. I think this is going to be very sideways and choppy for most of the day today. I think the markets in general are going to be sideways and choppy. You look at the SPY, it's the polar opposite. It's up on the day, still very choppy. We've got the Russell index is the top performing index at the moment. This is where you find it's got more exposure to the finance and banking sector, which is why. But that's the banks. So how do we know buying or selling volumes from the 31 million shares traded? Okay, so the 32 million shares traded. You see this little histogram down the bottom here, this graph here down the bottom. This is the volume profiles. So this is basically on the 1 minute time frame. I've got the 5, I've got the 2, I've got the 60 and the daily time frames open on this particular ticker as well right now. But this gives you the volume profiles. Here as well, this histogram on the side of the chart here, this is volume by price. So this tells you exactly where the volume is versus where it was bought. So you've got the volume coming in here, but you've also got the volume by price here. So I've got the volume by price and the volume. So you use the indicators if you want to get the information in terms of what the buying or selling volume is. You can see that 2020 is a key level on FRC. $20 is key level. in a key level pretty much all week. Look at this, put the thing here, so $20, 20 and a cent. So $20, you can see that already this morning, that's where the most volume has taken place, in and around that $20 level, okay? But if I look at the higher time frames, $20 was acting as resistance pre-market. If I look at the 15-minute, it acted as resistance last night. Again, resistance this morning. Let's look at it on the 30-minute. You can see back on Thursday, before it rocketed, it found support at $20 here. If I look at the 60-minute charts, okay, daily chart, yeah, $20 support there, $20. So $20 is key for First Republic. Now it's acting as resistance again. But if you're not using volume by price, it's a great indicator. I mean, you look at this, you'll be able to spot your support resistance levels fairly easy just from the price action. Once you put your line in there, you can check it with your volume by price, and you see straight away that there's more people trading in and around that $20 level than any other price point. There's another high level here at kind of $19 volume by price. So it gives you a good indication of where to expect buy or sell walls. Back west selling off. This might be the first time I've started a Monday and got green and stayed green, you know? Oh, right, Farron, so you're asking me what I've traded today so far. So I've traded First Republic Bank, I've traded New York Community Bank, and I've traded UBS, which is just acquired Credit Suisse. I traded New York Community Bank on the small account as well. So we're 5,500 on the main account, and we're 2,800 on the small account. So we're a little over eight grand in profit on the day. So yeah, just over 8,000 in profit on the day. So we're ahead of goal. Now normally I would say get green, stay green, get to goal and get out, which is pretty much what I'm doing. I'm not going to be taking any more setups, not taking any more trades unless I see a golden setup. New York Community Bank is looking like it's trying to set up for a lovely cup and handle. There's your big cut, pull back. So 920 is key level. The opening range high was 917, so it just got above that, but then 920. So 920 is the key level. Current high of day now is 919. Ambi, what's happening, Klaatu? Had a pop and then it dropped. That's what happens with these garbage stocks. So AMBI was a recent IPO from a couple of weeks ago, and it's moving up with very low volume. This is what happened on last week as well, on the 14th. Well, last Tuesday, we were able to get a good pop with this one, but it had good volume on Tuesday. That's halted. But if you look at this on the daily, we had good volume here. Over 6.5 million shares traded. I had good volume the next day, but it sold off all day. So relatively speaking, it's not great volume. I wouldn't trade it. Not personally, I wouldn't touch it. But there you go. Let's go back to New York Community Bank. So if it holds $9 back up to 9.20, we might be in business. This cup and handle still a valid pattern right now. It's even more so if you look at it on the 5-minute. You've got the zoom in, big cup, and here's your handle. Pan and handle, cup and handle, whatever you want to call it. Cup and handle tends to be the default name. So, but also just this is a very valid point. So high of day, a lot of people short the high of day. So you've got this opening range, which is why it's important. You get to the opening range. If you don't get the breakout, it's usually a good time to short as well. So what platform is there? What platform is this? This is Dash Trader Pro is the platform. Let's go back to the 1 minute. Something in my eye. You're always young. You're always young, Flip Jug. People are living longer and longer. That's my excuse. The music is interfering with my music. Really? Okay. Is anybody else having interference? Right. No, I don't think it is, Eagle. I don't think it is. Maybe I was just not talking into the mic. It doesn't seem to be a problem for many other people. Maybe your bandwidth isn't great. Alright, future ECB moves to depend on data. So this breaking news from Christine Lagarde on in the EU, ECB. Is anybody else having problems with my voice? Eagle seems to be having problems listening to me. Is anybody else having problems listening to me? Is it an Eagle thing or is it a generic thing? Because if it's a generic thing, I can switch microphones. But if it's an Eagle thing, I would say, oh, well, there you go. I think it's an Eagle thing. So Maxime says it's good, Amos says it's good, Alistair says it's fine, Dilavar says it's fine. So there's a link in my link tree. You can go straight to it, CryptoBoo. You're all a bunch of bollockses. You really are. You hear every single day on this stream, and the first opportunity you get to criticize me, there you are. You know, insulting me. You're all a bunch of bollockses. But yes, CryptoBoo. That is the web address. That's the page that you can go to Dash Trader. It's I get the platform I'm using is actually Traders Elite Pro is the title of it, but that's just the white label name for Dash Trader Pro that the broker gives it. Let's have a look at PacWest and PacWest P. So that's PacWest. Right, okay. So this is also PacWest. Lower volume, but a lot more bullish than the main one. So if you're trading PacWest, again, short sale restriction, it's all, again, it's there's no leverage. So what do I think of Trade Zero? I don't use them. I've had mixed reports. I've had mixed reports on Trade Zero. And I looked at them, and as a zero commission bank, I've heard. So first and foremost, the reports I've got. I mean, if you're trading with Trade Zero, correct me in the comments. I don't trade with them, and I never have. But the reports I've had, because I'm looking for an alternative broker than CMEG. I've had no problems with CMEG, but there's a couple of little things that starting to irritate me. So, but as far as options go, in terms of non-PDT rule trading, CMEG I've had no problems with. I might just go back to Interactive. But I don't like day trading with Interactive because that's where I do my investing, and I prefer to keep them apart. So Trade Zero, I've heard that the spreads are poor, they don't carry the full order book, and the fills are slow. So that's what I've heard from Trade Zero. You don't need 25k to trade to trade DAS. DAS is about, depending on who you're with. So if you're with Interactive Brokers, you have to pay for the Interactive Brokers or TD Ameritrade. If you want to use DAS with it, then you have to pay DAS directly and link it to your account. And there's a few other brokers like that. If you're with E-Trade or CMEG, then they provide DAS Trade as part of their, and they'll charge you platform fees, but they'll charge you DAS Trader. It works out a little over $100 a month or whatever it is, platform fee. Now, Sterling Trade is a good platform to trade in. If you're looking for a starting platform, whatever your broker gives you to start with is the best one to is the best one to start with. But as you then start to learn, look at something that's direct access. So a TC2000, a Sterling Trader, a DAS Trader, which is what I like to use, or Lightspeed, or depending on where you're based, you will have multiple options. If you're in North America, then you might be subject to the PDT rule, whichever broker, unless you go offshore, like the likes of CMEG. If you're in Europe, you're very limited for day trading activities. If you're in the UK, it becomes even more limited because of the whole PDT rule again. And what I would say is that do your research beforehand, and US-based traders, it depends. Invest Addict, there's a whole bunch of, you've got so many options in the US, and you've got some good options for zero commission trading as well. So Thinkorswim's quite a nice platform. It's not direct access, but it's a nice platform. It's intuitive. You can do hotkeys and the likes, and scripting with Thinkorswim. But that's with TD Ameritrade. But you will be subject to the PDT rule should you go with them. So it depends. If you've got 25k, 30k to put into a brokerage, then avoid the PDT rule. That's one thing. If you've only got like less than 20k and you want to do 10k one day, 10k the next, and put it in a cash account, you're no interest in going short, then that's another thing. If you do want a margin account, and there's advantages other than just leverage for having a margin account. If you do want a margin account and you've not got enough equity capital to get beyond the PDT rule, then you really want to be looking at an offshore broker such as Capital Markets Elite Group. Maxime, you Lightspeed in the UK? Because I applied to Lightspeed, and it was just there were so many hoops, they were just a pain in the hole. So I didn't bother. But are they subjecting you to PDT rule there in the UK with Lightspeed? Nice one, Alberto. I might take a look at it then. What's the platform like? Let me know what. Yeah, so but that's fine. I mean, I've got an account over 25k, but the majority of people that are following me are small account traders. I was looking at Cobra trading. The Cobra can use Dash Trader as well, so there's not enough volume to trade Pack WP. Just coming back to the actual topic at hand here, which is day trading. Oh, hello. We've got from last week. I hate you still. This is Thermogenesis. I had a couple of good moves last week, and Catalyst as well, but then issued an offering and stole $7,000 off me. I was not a happy bunny. Well, in the small account. Oh, Kyle. They're a Forex trader, I think, Dilvar. Off the top of my head. Let me just have a quick look at them, and I'll... Pretty sure they're a Forex trader. A Forex broker. Yeah, it's Forex. So the IFC Markets is a leading global provider of Forex and CFD trading, allowing to trade currency CFDs on stocks, cryptos, and more with luck. So I wouldn't touch them. There's a lot of brokerages like that you buy if they allow you to trade stock, it's on CFDs, so you never actually own the underlying asset. CFDs can be quite, they control your spread basically. Yeah, the stocks and the cryptos, for that matter, are CFDs. You're not trading the assets, so your action will not impact the overall market action. Also, they control the spreads. So it's like going into a bookie. They control the odds, so they control it in their favor, not yours. So trading CFDs, that's why CFDs is more risky than trading actual stocks and shares. Because the broker that you're trading CFDs with controls the spreads and the fills, for that matter. So if you try and put a limit order in there, they will fill you at the highest end of that limit, or the worst end of that limit, depending if you're going short or not. And some of them don't allow you to go short, which is a bit of a pain in the hole. Right, okay, stops pre-market. That's interesting. So it must be limit orders that are acting as stops, or trigger limit orders, maybe. I don't know. I'll take a look. I need to do that. What I need to do is I'm going to reach out to a few brokers and I'll say, look, let me have a play around with your platform. I want to do a review for my YouTube channel and see what they say. Most of them will be accommodating. Right, what else is moving? Yeah, I'm not touching Ambi. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think I'm done for the day. I'm gonna take well, I don't know about done for the day, but I'm going to take the dog out for a walk and come back later. New York Community Bank is breaking highs. I see that. It's a good short flip, Jug. Let me know how you get on with that .NET superhero. It was trying to get over the 920 for a while. I want to see a bit of continuation. So pulling back to 920 for some support now, which is fine. I want to see continuation here. And support at $9 quite legitimately, as you can see there. Just yeah. Doesn't look like it's holding at the moment, so we had this one move up. That was the high volume move. But still, most of the transactions are around 910. So that's a key level, 910. Most of the volume by price is at 910. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at with a few. I'll probably do that with a few of them, Alberto. I'll open up a couple of demo accounts, and then in the afternoon when I'm not trading, when I've passed up, when I'm over goal, I'll just play around with a couple of different demo accounts, and then do reviews on them all. Why not? I do a couple of reviews on 4 or 5 different accounts. That'll help me and help you guys as well. So yeah, I'll take a look. I'll make a couple of notes here while I'm at it. So. Third 0. Light speed. Okay, there we go. I'll make a note of that. That's 4. I forget half a dozen different brokers to compare with. Well, I've got 4 there, and I'll put them alongside IBK and CMEG. It's probably the easiest thing. Alright, what we're doing. Yeah, I've got some good music today. My origin story. What am I, a superhero now? What about origin stories, but we'll see. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, the P&L at 95 grand in 1 week, last week, I've got to say that's probably what, it's got to be up there with one of my best weeks ever. All right. Let's see. Back west, P, still moving up. Oh, no, it's moving down now. CRBP. Yeah, so it's the banks that are taking the attention now, guys. Not a lot, there isn't a lot of volatility in the market. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll do a quick swing across and show you my Benzinga. So you guys are always asking what my desktop looks like and everything else. So I'll do the usual swing across for my Benzinga point of view, and you guys can take a look at this yourselves. Okay, so here we go. Let's get the chat back up. Okay, so what you're seeing here is Benzinga. Or at least I think you are. Not yet. Okay, so what you're seeing here is Benzinga. So I'm just going to tap this one here. If I open it up, this is what happens. So if you scrap it, so if you're looking for Benzinga, what I'll do is I'll pull this up in a second. Just a second. Where are we? We've got this one here. So if you want the links, this is my link tree. Okay. If you want to reach out to me, you've got my communication here. This is my email, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. It's all up here, right? So you can reach out to me directly. First and foremost, if you want to learn how to trade, you can join the Day Trade with Tony community. You get access to the Discord. You get access to the learning material as well. But this is what I want to show you. Okay, Benzinga. The second link in the link tree. Second link in the description if you're watching on YouTube or wherever. This is Benzinga. Don't pay full price. Try it out for free for 14 days by using this code. Okay, and DTWT35, Day Trade with Tony 35, you get 35% off. So try it out for free. You don't need a credit card number or anything like that. All you need is your email. You can get signed up and get on with it. This is what when you get into it, when you start, and I'm going to show you how to build it, quick tutorial on how to build your scanners in Benzinga, okay? Or how I build my scanners in Benzinga. So right now we've got, that's the missus keeps messaging me. So right now we've got Benzinga. This is the workstation. As it opens up, you get kind of a standard format. You might have one of these templates here, so you can look at the templates, whatever it is, what's moving. So if I launch that momentum trading, if you do a momentum trader, you can get that, and straight away it tells you what's moving, etc., etc. So you just get rid of that. I'll just get another one, workstation. So what I do, how I do it is, first and foremost, I get the movers. I open in the workspace one scanner here, and I look for the session. So I'm going to build it out as if we're in the regular session now. So normally I'll just look at gainers, and I'll look for the full session, and then that's pretty much it. I'll look at the filters. So I'll filter based on price. I don't want to get anything under $2. So anything under $2 is off. But I want to filter out the quick spikes up as well. So I want a volume filter here. Okay. So volume, I want it to be greater than, let's say, 1 million across the course of the day. That's what it is. So straight away I can look at, okay, this is the symbol, this is the this is who the company is, that's the price, that's the change over since the last trading day's closing price. Okay, let me just do this. So that's the change over the last trading day's closing price, and I can do that. But what I want to do, this might have all happened pre-market. What I also want to do is, I'm sat here looking for movers, so I'll get another one in the workspace, and I'll do exactly the same thing, but this time over the last 15 minutes. So this is how I set up a momentum scanner. Again, I'm filtering out the $2, and I want obviously volume. I want something that's got a bit of attention, so I might say 150,000 shares over the last 15 minutes. So straight away, I've filtered out a lot of the crap that's going to get me faked out, or is not going to get any continuation. And straight away, I've got two scanners there. This is my biggest movers on the day, and this is my momentum scanner straight away. You've also got a beta scanner here for real time. So what I'll do is I'll put this in the workspace here. What I want to do is I want it over here, and then I can chop and change this a little bit. I can change the columns around however I want them, and then this one, you can see straight away I want it just refreshing in real time. And I can set on the columns, I can set whatever I want in there. So I might just get rid of that, but on the columns I might just put different prices in there, days highs, day lows, whatever it is. So I might just put let's just put the change of over 15 minutes. So it's a real-time momentum scanner, shall we say. I can go here and then just pull that across there and then change it. As you can see now, it's a 15-minute scanner. What else do I use? Signals. So I'll put these signals in here. So signals, what I want, price spike activity, absolutely. Trading halts and resumptions, so absolutely. In terms of high, session high, I could do that. Day high series, 52-week high, that's interesting enough. But what I normally do is I just do day high series for that one. So if it's coming through, and it'll tell you when you're getting multiple session highs, okay? And then also I want the news ticker in here, so rolling news ticker. So this is now how mine's set up. This is how I've got mine set up on a daily basis. This is Benzinga, so I'm able to find out what's going on, where we are. And what I'll do is I'll pop out a couple of, I'll pop this one out, so like this. I can then just pop that out by clicking that, and I end up with this. Okay. So what I can then do is click on that and open the details for the top mover on the day. So if something's moving or whatever it is, open the details for the top mover on the day, and straight away get something like this. I get the overview like this, which is now I've got the chart, I've got key data here on this one, I've got the float size, how much percentage it's shorted, the volume versus the average. So straight away I can look at the, we're currently doing 100x relative volume on Lifecore Biomedical right now. And here's the news, why it's moving up. No real big news catalyst, so that kind of makes me worry about that. And then that tells me exactly what I need to know. That tells me exactly what I need to know in terms of key data, news. So people asking me, okay, well, how do I know if they've got a shelf offering? How do I know if they're going to hit the market with a secondary offering? So quite frankly, I just go into the SEC filings here, and I can pull through the SEC filings here, and I can look at if there is a shelf registered. Did they submit a shelf registration at any time in the recent past? And you'll see that no, there isn't. So I should be good to go trading this to the long side. So all of that at the touch of my fingertips with Benzinga. It really is a fantastic tool to use, and quite frankly, it's worth every single penny. So go check that out in the, as I say, in the description there. You've got these links in my link tree. This is my link tree. You've got all of these. You've got if you want to learn how to trade, all of you are welcome to learn how to trade. Add me as a mentor. I'm happy to be your mentor, take you under my wing. No guarantees of profitability, that's down to you, but I can give you the knowledge and the strategies and just show you what to be looking for, but it's up to you to execute against all of that. This is a full syllabus, risk management, stock selection, all of this is very important. Setting up your charts, how I set my charts up, understanding what you're looking for on the charts as well, chart patterns, strategies. I just covered a little bit on the stock scanning in terms of setting up Benzinga, but also what you're actually looking for when you're scanning for stocks to trade. Important psychological element, hotkeys, get a bit more technical now, level 2, what you're looking for on the level 2. Trading as a business, advanced technical indicators like relative strength index, like MACD, like Bollinger Bands, that kind of stuff, and when to trade them, when to use them. Options, an introduction to options trade. You probably heard me talking about Schwab and how I was going to take some $60 calls and I never did. Actually, God, I didn't, because it got to $60 and then rejected. So I probably would have been still holding it. And then you've got all the reading material that I use to learn to trade. My whole reading library is in there, and I'm giving you that for free as part of the course as well. And also a bonus swing trading course. What are you going to do with the gains? You're going to swing trade and invest it. There's going to be an investing 101, portfolio 101 course that I've got all penned and ready to go now. I just need to record the videos. I'm going to be adding that as well. Yeah, it's $120 plus tax, so $150 US if you're in Europe, £130 or £125 or whatever it is. So check that out, no problem. If you looking to, and I do recommend that you journal your trading. So if you're not journaling your trading, why not? That's a good question. It does help you be a better trader. Now, TraderView is the journal I use. There are a whole bunch of them out there. Trade Anvil. Just Google is your friend. But actually, I might do a review on those as well. So this is TraderView. These are the reports for TraderView. You can see for March, having a very good March. Didn't do much on Friday. I did like $800 on each on each. Traded Schwab on the main account, traded Schwab on the small account. That was it. There wasn't a lot to do on Friday, so I just kind of left it alone. Where am I year to date? You can see the statistics here are really interesting. You can get really good insight into how you're trading, what you're doing. Year to date, 3-to-1 is my risk versus reward. My K ratio is just over 3. A good K ratio is to do with risk versus reward is 2, so like a 2-to-1 risk reward across all your trading. And mine's 3 at the moment, so versus my expected outcome versus my most favorable expected outcome versus the most against expectation. As you can see, let's have a quick look at performance by day. Where are we? Yeah, up until today, I've not been. You can see Mondays, I'm losing money on Mondays for this year so far. The rest of the days, I'm actually making money. Most of my money I'm making just before lunchtime, so that's where I've made most of my gains so far. I've had my best ever trading month this month, and I'm now over, as of Friday, I'm now over 200k for the very first time in a single calendar month. Anyway, that's enough about me. You'll get that on the recap later. This is the tools that I use for trading. So check out the links. It's tools I use: TradingView for charting, Someone asking about the platform, a few people asking about the platform. It's Dash Trader Pro is the platform that I use. By all means, check it out. The link there to check it out. If your broker doesn't supply it to you, they may partner with Dash for you to link it to their. It does have APIs and stuff, so ask them, do they allow you to trade with Dash Trader? And if they do, it's a great platform to use. So yeah, that's it. That's me done for the day. So I think let's go back to the actual stream and check this out. And I'll be taking the dog for a walk. Okay, guys, that's me. I'm going to wrap it up for the day. There's not a lot moving right now. It's kind of a bit static, a bit stagnant. So by all means, keep watching the markets. I'll be back later. If you've taken the Day Trade with Tony course, you've obviously got the access to the Discord. If you're subscribed, if you're a member of the Hustle with Tony group on YouTube, you've got access to the Discord as well. So if you've got access to the Discord, you'll see me later when I'm taking a look. If I'm taking a trade, I'll stream live on the in the Discord. If not, I'm over goal on the day, 5,500 on the main account, 2,800 on the small account. So I'm over goal on the day, and you know my motto: get green, stay green, get to goal and get out. So I'm about to go out and walk the dog. So all the best, rest of you guys. I'll be recording a trade recap for later, and I'll be back at it tomorrow, an hour before the market opens. So that's 8:30 market time, East Coast, New York. It's 12:30 GMT. If you're in any other time zone, work it out for yourself. I'm not the talking clock, and I'll see you soon. Take it easy, guys.